What's up, everybody, and welcome back to this week's Bourbon of the Week. This is week 8 of our bourbon review. If you haven't been here before, what we do is we take the bourbons in my collection, we rank them on price, taste, drinkability, we throw them on a ranking sheet, and we see who breaks down to the number one bourbon that I have. I'm adding bourbons every week to my collection, so what I need from you is comments in the comment section below, bourbons that you think can take over the number one spot. Right now we have Russell's Reserve up there from Wild Turkey sitting at number 1. We have Wild Turkey Long Branch sitting at number 2. So if you think you've had a bourbon or you think you know a bourbon that deserves to be on the top of that list, put it in the comments section below. I'll grab a bottle, I'll try it out. We'll rank it right here on the channel, and we'll see if it tops the number 1 on the chart. This week we're going someplace a little different. We're going to go outside of the Kentucky Straight Bourbon world, and we're going to go straight over into the Colorado Bourbon world, and that's going to take us over to Old Elk Distillery, which puts out a product that, you guessed it, is called Old Elk Blended Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is an 88 proof, making it 44% alcohol by volume. As you can see, I've had a little bit of this before. It does just sit on my shelf for quite some time, though. It's got a little story here on the back. The only thing that I saw that I looked on the back of this bottle that worried me is it says Old Elk Blended Straight Bourbon Whiskey is aged a minimum of 3 years. 3 years for a bourbon is not that long, so let's see what this does and let's see where it ranks on the chart. So we're here, we got the Old Elk, like I said, 88 proof, 44% alcohol by volume. We're going to pour this up here, get ready for the traditional sip. But, as you can see, we have 2 glasses on the table today because backed by popular demand is going to be Marissa, my fiance. How excited is she?
I have to warn you, I'm not a bourbon drinker.
She's going to warn us, folks. So here we go, time for the traditional sip. Yeah? It's good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Clears the throat.
Oh, clears the sinuses.
Yeah.
Works the sinuses. Pretty smooth.
It burns.
It burns, but is it burned because of alcohol, or do you think it's like a spice?
I think it's the alcohol.
You think it's the alcohol?
I'm not an expert, though.
I'm not an expert by any means.
I know you
Let's just
say
clear
it's
that up
smooth,
now.
but I just don't
It's definitely not the smoothest, so it does have a little bit of a bite.
burn.
It has a burn. We'll call it a burn. For an 88 proof, it has a pretty good burn, actually. So 88 proof isn't the highest. We've had some 90 proofs that burned a little less than this. Let's not keep them waiting, though. Drinkability.
Yes.
88 proof, a little bit of a burn. Where's my pen? Drinkability. I'm gonna drop this in at like a 6.8.
Yeah, I kind of agree with
You
that.
kind of agree with that? 6.8.
Maybe like a 3.
A 3? I think that's a little low. It doesn't burn too much. I think a little bit of the burn is there's a cinnamon flavor almost.
Okay.
So the spices can give it a little burn.
Yeah.
Not just the alcohol. Pretty good amount of spice, which brings us to taste. As we get into taste, very, very shallow taste, I want to say. There's not a lot of flavor. You get any flavors? So bourbons are supposed to have like vanilla, oak, cherry.
I feel like my tongue is actually numb.
You're numb. That's good. My tongue is numb.
Not too much taste.
It's a shallow flavor. Not very complex by any means.
You don't get like numbness when you drink this?
No, I do not. You just chugged yours though. That's why you're done. It's a sipper. Look at this.
I'm trying to sip.
She sipped the whole thing though.
I thought that's what we were doing.
No, you gotta. Okay. It's a shallow flavor. There is vanilla, there is a little caramel, and maybe a little cherries. I taste a little bit of cherries. You taste any cherries?
I guess, yeah.
Do you?
Kind of like cough medicine?
Yeah, like a medicine-y flavor. Yeah, medicinal. It takes like a medicinal flavor. Let's give it a, I'm going to say, like a 5.5. 5.5 on taste.
Okay.
That's going to leave us with price. This comes in at $54.99, almost $55 for an 88 proof bourbon, Old Elk, Colorado. I think we should stick to the Kentucky bourbons. This is a Colorado bourbon. The Kentucky bourbons are definitely better than this.
Yeah, that's expensive. I would agree.
You would agree that that's expensive.
Yes. But I like the bottle. It's a nice bottle. I like the little top here. It's like a little wood. Of wood. That wasn't
a last name joke, folks. It's a cool looking bottle, so it's got that going for it. But for $54.99, that's kind of a high price tag for something that's not too complex. Only an 88 proof bourbon and still kind of has a burn for an 88 proof bourbon. So I'm going to give this isn't going to score well, folks. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to give this like a 4.9.
Ooh, that's low.
It's not a $55 bottle of bourbon. It's going to put our total at a 5.73, which is going to put it at the bottom of the list below Elijah Craig, which all of you know is one of my favorite ones that we've had here. If anybody here from Colorado is watching this and you know a better bourbon from Colorado, we would love to try it here on the channel. Put it in the comment section below. I will use this bottle a lot for mixed drinks, old fashions, Manhattans like that.
Oh yeah.
Since it's not the greatest flavor, I don't mind putting a little bitters in it. So other than that, though, I wouldn't buy another bottle, especially at $55. So it looks like Old Elk just isn't going to be the one to top the list this week. Make sure you check back next week. Make sure you click that like. Make sure you click that subscribe. Comment what you think would be number one on the list. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. And as always,
wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
It's gross.
See you next week, folks.